Hi guys, and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, March 5th, and it's the first video of the month. So everything is clean, everything looks pretty. We're going to start going through the catalog to show you some of the stamp sets that I haven't already featured. And by featured, I mean really be the main part of the catalog. So the first thing I'm going to show you, this is on page 97 of the main catalog. Let me get there. And when this came out, this is one of the few that I bought the suite to begin with because I loved everything about it. So this is the Artistically inked bundle. It is a stamp set of 12. It is a die set of, I think, 8. And I have it on both sides here. Oops, little extras here. So it is a wonderful set for backgrounds. And I'm going to show you that background feature today. But also these images also match up to these dies, as well as these dies that cut out these beautiful, intricate details. So, of course, when we first got this, we all fell in love with the paper. And I don't know, they tell you about it here, but I don't know, you can see it here, but it was one of the first papers that actually came out, and it was so beautiful. I'm going to come over here and grab it from my side bundle. Let me find it. Here it is. So it came out, and I don't know if you can see that, but it has the foil, the gold foil on it. It's a beautiful set of cardstock. I don't know if you can see all the gold foil on there. And then all the watermarked, modeled, I don't know what you want to call it, background papers. But what I also like about this set, let me put my little thing back in there. What I really like about this set is that you can make a great background with the stamp set. And that's what I've done here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I like doing a lot at a time. And it's using this big stamp here. So we're going to use this big stamp. Let me see if this block is big enough. No, let me get you another block out of my little holder here. So I think I'm going to use that one. All right, let me get it out of there. And what I'm trying to focus on is the in colors that are retiring at the end of April. As you can see, let me show you. I have a lot of the 4x12 still left, but this is what I have left of those 5 in colors. Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, Magenta Madness. There's been so many magentas throughout the year, I believe. Well, I guess I can look. Yeah, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, which is not More Mustard. When it first came out, I thought it was a lot like More Mustard, but it's not. But it's its own unique color, and I like it. Misty Moonlight. So that's all I have left of the 8.5 by 11. So I'm trying to use it all up before it retires. The 4x12 strips I've cut probably won't get there. But anyway, I digress. Let me go ahead and grab a piece of the Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to cut it off at 4x11 over here on my side table. So here's a 4x11 piece. I usually don't have the white, the basic white, cut up when I get my 12x12s because I like using them for scrapbooking. So I just usually go ahead and do it with the 8.5 by 11 and cut that down to a strip. Okay, so I'm going to feature the colors that are, the in colors that are retiring. So I'm going to grab Bumblebee. I'm going to grab the Magenta Madness. We have the Just Jade. And do I want to use Cinnamon Cider? Let me go ahead and grab Cinnamon Cider just in case. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's start with, I usually take one of the stronger colors and start with it first. Let me also get out my piercing mat. Oh, I have my I had the Stampin' Kind emboss machine on top of it. So what I'm going to do is, I think I stamped off once on that. So let me see. Yeah, because that's pretty strong. Look how beautiful that is. So what I like to do is I will use up all the different color. I'll do my 3. So I have my little triangle going. And I usually will go all along the cardstock. So there was my strong one. So I'm going to put a strong one down here. Mid-range there. And let me do my last one there. Okay, so that's it for Magenta Madness. Find my, sorry, over here. Get out my chamois. Excellent. Make sure that it looks like it's clean. It does. All right, so now I'm going to take my Just Jade. That's my next strongest color. And I think this one I also did off once. It looks like it. I'll put it there. Hopefully that was still in there. So you can see I'm filling in some of that white space. Let's go ahead, clean this off again. Make sure, all right, it looks like we got that off. Come in with the Bumblebee. This one I don't think I stamped off once. Let me see. Oh, I did. All right, so then I have stamped off once there. Let's start filling in some of those. Oh, well, hey, that's not bad. All right. That's the only bad thing about using one of these big blocks. I feel like I don't have good control of it. And then I'm going to go ahead, even though I know I'm going to get some lines, I'm going to go ahead and push that down as much as I can to get a lot of that color off. See, I was still getting some color. All right, I think I got most of that off. And now for the cinnamon cider, I'm going to stamp this off twice. Let me get my cleaning pad. All right. Cinnamon cider, I'm definitely going to do off twice because this is just going to be your space filler. So anywhere where it looks really white, I'm going to push down hard there. And that's another good reason to use your piercing mat, because you can really, that extra cushion helps you push down the edge. This is a time when you want to get edges. There we go. So it looks like most of our white is covered up, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get that background look here. Let me go right there and right there. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's put this off to the side. Now I'm going to bring out the Stampin' Kind emboss machine, bring out the mama as I call it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut an edge here. Now I don't know, earlier I used this one. Oh, it's over here. My desk is a mess. You guys can't see it, but you know it's a mess. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a portion of this, figure out which portion I want to spotlight. I think I want to spotlight a little bit of that Bumblebee there, along with just a touch of the green. Let's see. No, I'm going to make this much lighter. I'm going to go to this lighter side. So let's go here. I'm going to put, hopefully it's still on. Yes, you can see most of it, sorry. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to try to make sure it's straight. And we'll go ahead and run that through. And there you have that. Look how pretty that is. All right. Now, I'm going to set this on my chair. I have things piled all over. All right. So then you have all of these that you can start using too. So then you'll go right up to that and you can do a whole bunch. Get a whole bunch out of that strip. All right. Let me put this, where did my ink? Oh, it's over here. Oh, this doesn't go there. This is from the Border Builders, Best Borders, Basic Borders. That was a standalone in the catalog. So this was also a new item in the catalog just this year. All right, so let me go ahead, come over here, get my Just Jade. This is 4.5 by 11. I mean, sorry, 4 1/4 by 11. I didn't score it at 5.5. So let's just go ahead. Let me grab my bone folder and do that. We're going to make this. I think it's ledger. The book fold, but a book usually isn't like that. A book's usually taller, so I think it looks like a ledger. And we're going to go ahead and put that in here. We're going to pop that up with pop-up dots, though, of course. So let me see. Here we go. And I'm not going to put anything right here because I'm going to put the tag in under there. So I'm going to put one there, but I'm not going to put one right in the middle there. All right, so let's go ahead. I could use a take your pick tool, but my finger's are already there, so why not? All right, so those are all sticky. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and place this. I'm not even going to layer it. I'm just going to go straight like that. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in these Build-A-Punches. Haven't really used these a lot lately. I think, oh, did you hear that? Something fell. I think one of them was introduced this catalog. Sorry, let's go all the way back here to the punches. Nope, they were all from the minis and got moved in the annual catalog. So you have your banners, Pick-A-Punch, you have your lovely labels, and you have your treasured tags. So I'm going to use the lovely labels one just because the banners one is it's kind of jagged, and this is, we want to kind of mimic the nice little edge there. So on this, what I'm going to do is, and this is going to be hidden underneath here, so I can go ahead and use this because your biggest one's going to be 1 inch, your next one's going to be 3/4, your last one is going to be 1/2 if you're trying to layer these. So this is Evergreen, Evening Evergreen, which is not a retired in color, but I needed a good contrast, and I didn't have any in that family that I thought was a good contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that down. Now this is going to be tucked under here, so it doesn't matter that that other end is already cut. And then here is your basic white layer, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in. That's at that 3/4, which is that first channel. And that's how you get that. All right. Let me I have it out here somewhere. It's the Happy Birthday. Oh my goodness. Here it is. Oh my gosh. So here's the Happy Birthday that we're going to put on that. So we're going to go ahead and do that in the Just Jade. You could do it in the Cinnamon Cider if you want to bring out that right there. And we're going to do it as close as we can to the edge. So I'm going to line this up with my cards. And we're going to go ahead and get that as close to the edge as possible. All right. And then we're going to take the Versamark, because we're going to put this right here, either in the middle or down. So we want to get a little bit of a background feature there, since we didn't run it through an embossing folder or anything. So this is the leaves from the Artistically Inked. Just using Versamark to put a little bit of a background on there. Always turning that stamp so you get different parts of the stamp showing. All right, and that adds just enough. As it dries, it'll get darker. It's still a little wet because it's more of a pigment-based ink. It doesn't dry as quickly as our main colors do. All right, so let's go ahead going to go ahead, I'm going to snip that off somewhat. Even though we're going to tuck it under, I'm going to snip it off just a little bit. Line up how I want those edges to look. And I'm going to slide it under there. And of course, using my favorites, the Genial Gems, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Take Your Pick tool and put a few gems on there. I have to replace my putty. I think this is the first time I'm going to replace my putty since I bought it. All right. Move those over to the side. And there you go. There's the one we just made. Here's the one I made earlier. Just a beautiful set, beautiful dies, and one of the new sets that was introduced in the annual catalog. Showing it to you because I'm pretty sure, I hope it gets carried over. It's been very popular, but you never know. So just showing that to you just in case you want to purchase it before it goes away. I will have the retired list coming up, I think, mid-March is when we get it, maybe the 3rd week in March. So I'll share that to you, and I'll let you know right away if any of these sets I'm showing are going to be retired. Okay, thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.